There have been accusations that someone like Vincent Kompany at Burnley, not to say naive, but almost stubborn in the nature that he doesn't want to change his tactics, even though his team is a relegation battle. Where does it become naive to try to play this way under Postecoglou when perhaps a tactical shift, i.e. the game against Chelsea would be the perfect example, might it be more apt?
Yeah, I think he keeps reiterating, Postecoglou, that this is the road I'm going to follow, and those who are with me, great, and those who are not, well, it will be dealt with in time. And at the moment, everybody is with him. I think that you may as well, the Chelsea game, the game was lost already. You may as well keep practicing the things that you know you're going to do in the next game, as humiliating as it is. But I think with the home and away thing, I think it's no one likes to be humiliated at home. And Spurs are the worst team that you can play at home, because they can do that to you. They can keep the ball and make it very, very awkward for you. Get your own crowd turning on you because they want to press you. They're a really horrible team to face at home. I think that's why they've been so successful with it.
I think that the belief in how you play has to be the number one. It has to be the dominant force within your club, because if you don't have that, then what are you? Having said that, I do think there are times when you do need to modify your tactics a little bit. And I haven't seen that modification with Spurs at any stage. And I think in many ways it's admirable. If you look at their form, the first 10 games of the season, they didn't lose a single game. Won 8, drew 2. The next 5, they got beaten in 4 and draw 1, so they couldn't win a game. Now they're on a run of 3 out of 3 wins. And I think that's how Spurs are going to be, playing the way they are. They build some momentum, there's huge belief, but it is a bit vulnerable as well at times. Really
quickly, I just want to know a player's perspective. How are they going to be feeling? Particularly in a game like the Chelsea one, I think is the best example. You've got 2 players off, you've had some key injuries in that, like Mickey van der Ven and all of that. What are they going to be thinking when the manager just says, keep doing what we're doing? Play the world's highest line, it doesn't matter. Yeah. Just go for it.
9 players on the halfway line. Look, in a way, it's kind of crazy, but if it works and it is working at the moment, then you go with it. And
the players will enjoy it. They'll be like, OK.
Do you know what? The players want clear instructions. That's what they want. And almost nowadays, the manager, you can we'll talk about philosophy and maybe the reason why, Manchester United are struggling at the moment, that Ten Hag doesn't seem to have that at the moment. But generally speaking, you know what a manager wants just by watching his team. And I'll be honest with you, as a fullback myself, I wouldn't like it, because all I know is that the ball's chipped in behind me, I've got to turn and run, whereas an attacking player's just got to run straight, and if he's quick, you're not going to catch him. So I would struggle with that, but at the same time, if you've got a compact team and you've got midfielders who are on their midfielders with the ball, not able to get their head up and play that ball in behind, then it's difficult for them to do that. And if you time your line, Emery does it at Villa as well. There's a lot of teams that are now doing that high line. So I personally wouldn't be 100% comfortable with it, but you do what the manager says or you're not going to be playing.
Defender's perspective, what about an attacker's perspective in this situation? Are you all for it, tally-ho?
Yeah, well, I am as a Spurs fan, I am. As a striker, player. I want to be...
But as a player on the pitch in that situation?
Playing against it, I was even slower than Scott, so it would be an absolute nightmare for me. You may as well not play me. But playing for it, I want to be as close to the opposition goal as possible, and that's what he's instructing his players to do. I think this is a team that has been waiting for 3-4 years to be let off the leash, and that's what he's done with them.
Yeah. I'd love it, because I was lightning quick.
Lightning Stevens, that's what they called you, right?
Grease Lightning.
There you go.
No, I like the openness of the way Spurs play. Pep Guardiola at Man City, it seems all about control, doesn't it? Being able to control the game. And of course, look at their results, they've been fantastic. But I actually find Manchester City a little bit boring at times to watch. I'm now a football fan. I'm not a player anymore. I'm not a coach anymore. All those days have gone. So I love the way that Tottenham play. I love the way that Brighton play as well, because it's open. Have a look at Brighton, for example, and we will later on. But they always seem to score and they always seem to concede. So as a football fan, isn't that what you want to see more of?